Guys, welcome back to Girl Take No, the podcast where we take charge of our lives, one empowered conversation at a time to really help you turn your passions into profits so you can live a life you absolutely love. I'm your host, Shaunie Sanders. And before I jump into the intro for this episode, happy holidays. It is officially the holiday season. It is December. My Christmas decor has been up for a while now, as you guys may know if you watch the episodes. I hope everyone had a really beautiful Thanksgiving. My Thanksgiving was absolutely awesome. I was so thankful for my family, my friends, and even thankful for everything I've been through this year. But in today's episode, we want to reflect. It was all about reflecting, recharging, and renewing as we close out 2024 and really prepare for an incredible 2025. So, if you're ready to look back on this year, reclaim your energy, and set a powerful tone for what's next, then you're definitely in the right place. As usual, I want you to grab your favorite notebook, a cozy drink, and let's dive into this conversation. This is Girl Take Note, a podcast for women who are looking to turn their dreams into reality. Looking back with purpose, right? Before we can look ahead, we need to look back. Reflection is the foundation of growth, and it helps us celebrate wins, acknowledge lessons, and really release what no longer serve us. So this is important. I want you to ask yourselves these three questions as we look back and reflect. What were my biggest accomplishments in 2024? Celebrate every win, no matter how small. Maybe you landed a new job, deepened a relationship, or even if you just survived this challenging season, I want you to write it all down. For me, I think what things that I really accomplished this year is that I really did survive one of the toughest seasons of my life. I really did. And you guys know how I expressed how I lost my job and out of work over a year. Financially, things have really been a little harder for me. And I feel like I survived it. I didn't let this time in my life break me, which it really could have. And don't get me wrong, it broke me a few days, right? Because I've told you, I've cried a few days, I've cried a few nights, but I dust my shoulders off, I get back up and I get at it. So I want you to ask yourself the question, what did you accomplish this year? And I want you to write it down. And it doesn't matter how small it is because we celebrate every win. So let us know, what did you accomplish this year? And I want you to take this question seriously. I don't want you to just kind of like skip over it. Really take it seriously. What challenged me the most this year and what did I learn? Right? Because challenges are tough. They teach us resilience. That's the second question I want you to answer. They teach us resilience, patience, and creativity. And so when you're reflecting on these really help us turn setbacks into those stepping stones. And number three, I want you to ask yourself a question. What am I most grateful for in 2024? Gratitude is the ultimate mindset shift. It helps us focus on abundance rather than scarcity. So think about the people, experiences, and the moments that made this year very special to you. And I really want you to take your time with these questions. And you can pause me right now if you need to journal your answers. I'm not going to be offended. Or you could just revisit them later after this episode. But I want you to really kind of take your time with these questions and see if you can really give yourself a true, authentic answer. Don't just fly through them. I really want you to really think about them, right? Think about what it is. What was your biggest accomplishment in 2024? What did you really accomplish? And like we said, it doesn't matter how small it is. That doesn't matter. We just want to know. What challenged you the most this year? And what did you learn from it? So let me answer that question. And like I said, one of the accomplishments that I survived this year, what challenged me the most is this time in my life really challenged me. And it really made me see the strength that I have to truly get through tough times. And so that's what I learned. I learned from this is that I'm stronger than I really thought I was. And trust me, I thought I was strong. I always knew I was strong, but you really don't know how strong you are when you go through a real challenging time. And so for me, what I learned about myself this year is that, girl, you are strong as hell. You have made it through hardship and you make it look good because I'm going to tell you this, people will look at me and look at what I do on social media and see me out here pumping out episodes and I'm happy and all this kind of stuff. And they don't know I'm going through one of the roughest times of my life. And so not only did I survive it, not only did I see what strength I had, but also I made that shit look good to people. I made it look good. I made people think that I wasn't even going through nothing when I was. So that's kind of what it taught me. And it taught me patience. It really helped me build on my creativity and finding ways to create income, other income streams for myself, where I'm not just dependent on the job. So that's another thing that I learned from this time of my year, is that it really showed me that you have other skills you can lean on to really bring in income to help support you. And what am I most grateful for 2024? I'm most grateful for the people who supported me. I'm most grateful for the people who showed up for me, the people who were okay with being on the phone with me when I'm going through my moments, and the people who really does see the best. And so I'm really grateful for those people that really showed up for me, because there's nothing like going through a hard time and really seeing people for who they truly are. So I'm really grateful for those people. And that's what I can say that I'm most grateful for this year. And it really does help you focus on abundance, because it helps you think about just the things that you do have right in front of you. You know what I mean? And when you think about the people and the experiences or those moments that made this year special, you know, it really does it just gives you a different look on life. And so make sure you do take time to answer these questions, because I don't want you to just rush through them. Because this is the end of the year for us, right? This is December. We're setting ourselves up. And so I want you to be able to really answer these questions authentically and deeply. So if you need to pause the episode, like I said, pause it. If you need to come back to them afterwards, but make sure you write them down in your journal, and make sure you focus on those 3 things to see what you truly accomplished this year, and what you learned about yourself this year, and what you was grateful for. Now that we understand how we're going to reflect, it's time to focus on recharging. And so December, I believe, is the perfect time to refuel your mental, physical, and emotional energy. And here's how you can do that. First, you want to set boundaries. Protecting your peace. Listen, we talk about protecting our peace at all times. We talked about being authentic, right? We talked about really putting ourselves first sometimes, because we don't always do that. And that's one of the things I want us to normalize. So whether it's saying no to overcommitting during the holidays, or carrying out some alone time, or prioritizing what really keeps you energized, it's important to you. So set boundaries. And if you have not done that at all this year, now is the time to truly start practicing that and putting things into place. So therefore you can really set your 2025 up in a completely different way. That's what you truly want to do. Second thing I want you to do is that you can practice reset and recovery. Because reset isn't just about sleeping. I know we think it's all about sleeping, but it's not. It's about doing things that truly restore you. Maybe it's reading, meditating, or taking a long walk in nature. Whatever it is, make that a priority. That's how you recharge before 2025. And number 3, reconnect with joy. Now, if you've been following this podcast for the last 2 years, you know that I started this podcast because I was looking for things that bring me joy. I was looking for things that was joyful to me, not just family, kids, but just what was truly joyful to me alone. And that's why I started a podcast, because I know a lot of times, especially around this time of the year, people are having such a hard time. Either during this time of the year, I feel like this, either you're going to really enjoy it or you're going to have a really hard time. And no matter which one that is, you still want to find the joy. What makes you feel alive? It could be dancing, it could be crafting, or spending time with friends and family. December is your perfect time to reconnect with activities that truly can light you up. And so if you're having a hard time this year, or if you're having a hard time this month because of the holiday season, then I implore you and encourage you to find something that brings you joy, no matter how small it is. I don't care if it's like, you know what, I'm going to eat a piece of my favorite candy because every time I eat it, it just lights me up. Then do that. It might be a perfect meal that you like. It might be something you like to cook. It might be doing something just for others that bring you joy during this time of the year that will probably be hard for you. So I want you to take this time seriously. Your energy is the foundation for your goals that you'll chase in 2025. And without it, burnout will definitely take over. Recharge so you can truly thrive in your 2025 and really achieve everything that you want for next year. Because we're going to set some goals, right? We're going to set some big goals for ourselves, and we're going to want to achieve those things. Now, we want to set the stage for 2025. All right. So now that we've talked about how we're going to reflect, we talked about how we're going to recharge, it's time to renew and look ahead. And this is the most exciting part for this to me, guys, because thinking about what's ahead and looking towards something new is always so exciting for me. I get excited around this time of the year because I could be like, you know what? Listen, 2024 was a shit show of a year. Goodbye. I'm looking ahead to something new. I have something to expect out of next year. Something I really want to see myself as next year, do next year, accomplish next year. So think of this as planting seeds for 2025. And I'm going to give you 3 simple ways, but powerful renewal practices that you can start doing right now. And one, you can clarify your vision. Picture the life you want to create in 2025. This is manifestation, baby, at its best. So come on and get in with this. But I want you to be very specific. How do you want to feel? What do you want to achieve? Who do you want to become? And I think people be so afraid of that question of who we want to become because we think we're saying, hey, you need to change yourself because you're not a good person. You're not good as you are. And that's not truly what that is. It's about elevation. It's about growth. And asking yourself, like, who do I want to become in 2025? What kind of person I want to be? What is it I want to do with myself next year? What I want to do differently that I didn't do this year? And that's the thing I think you really focus on. Just try to truly figure that out because every year is an opportunity for growth and learning. You learn so much from the previous year that you don't want to make the same mistakes in the coming year, right? So you want to make sure you clarify your vision for yourself and be very specific. This is what manifestation is. You want to be very specific about what you want. And this is what prayer is too. You want to be very specific about what you pray for because God will deliver. So write it down, be very specific about what you want, put it in front of you. Number 2, I want you to choose your word of the year. One word can be your compass, right? For the entire year. Maybe it's growth. Maybe it's freedom, courage, or joy. Pick a word that resonates with your goals and intentions. And I love that part. Like I saw that from someone else when they say, you know what, pick a word that you want to represent your 2025. And for me, I really want my word to be freedom. I felt so constrained this year because of the job loss, because of my identity, trying to figure out who I am. I felt so, restrained from everything. Like I couldn't move here. I couldn't do this. I can't do this. I can't do that. This year, I just want freedom. I want to be free from all of it. And so figure out what that word is for you. And I think for me, actually, it might be a few words. It might not just be freedom. It might be a couple of words because I want growth as well. I want financial security. And so there's a few things that I really want to see come out of this year, but I want to find that one word that's going to encompass everything that I'm trying to do. And I'm going to figure out what that word is for me too. And I want you to figure out that words for you. And number 3, then I want you to create an actionable plan. Choose one small step that you can take now to start the new year strong. Maybe it's organizing your workspace, sign up for a class, or maybe it's just simply committing to daily journaling, right? Small actions leads to big changes. And so I want you to put these into practice. These are simple things that you can actually put into practice right now. I feel like sometimes we think we always have to wait until January to get started on how we want to live in our next coming year. And we don't have to wait. It's December. We can really start right now. Like I got up this morning, 6 weeks, I'll be 50 years old. I'll be 50 years old in 6 weeks. And I said to myself, you know what? You need to get up today. You need to get started. You don't wait till January to set your fitness goals. You need to get started right now. There's a certain way I want to feel about myself when I turn 50. And so I got up this morning, I worked out, I'm choosing healthier things today, and I'm being intentional about what I want because I'm starting today. I'm not going to wait. I'm starting all of it today, which is why I decided to start this new series, which is what we're into episode 1 here. And it's just really called Closing Your Year Out Like a Queen, right? Setting yourself up for 2025 success. And I'm excited about that. And I'm excited about this series because it allows me to also take these same actionable steps with you and set myself up for a great year. And so there you have it, your year-end power session to reflect, recharge, and renew as we wrap up 2025. And I want you to remember something, my sisters and my queens out there. Reflection gives you clarity. So make sure you reflect. Recharging gives you strength. And renewal gives you direction. So take time this week to go through these steps and set yourself up for an incredible year that you absolutely deserve. And as usual, if you found this episode helpful, I want you to share it with a friend who's ready in 2024 strong. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave us a review. It really helps more amazing women like you find the show. And so make sure you share and review this episode. And I'll see you next week for another episode in our Closing the Year like a queen series. Until then, take note of the magic in your life. Keep shining bright. I'll see you guys in the next episode.